like, that's a good takedown.
It's like you commentate the match. It's all it is. It's easy. I just don't know what to say to like start it. Is it just you tonight?
Yeah. I should brought an extra shirt and you could just come out and with it.
Yeah.
Fans, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for our opening prayer, followed by the playing of the national anthem. Dear Heavenly Father, watch over these players and keep them safe from harm as they test their skills against each other. We ask that you help players, coaches, officials, and supporters treat each other as they would want to be treated, with respect, love, understanding, patience, compassion, and appreciation. Give all of us the wisdom to make sportsmanship, the enjoyment of competition, and the lessons learned from competition and preparation more important than the final score. With your assistance, we can together be shining examples of our Christian faith and ideals. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And now for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the lineups for today's duel. At 125 pounds, wrestling for North Idaho College, Jacob Garrison will face off against number 14 ranked junior from McCullough, California, Michael. And 133 pounds for North Idaho, Nick Hera will face off against a junior from Columbus, Montana, Eli Walston. And 141 pounds, Dylan Lockwood for North Idaho will face off against number 9 ranked junior from Apple Valley, California, Chris Mesa. And 149 pounds, Hassan Hawthorne from North Idaho will face off against number 6 ranked junior from Columbia Falls, Sean Roberts. And 157 pounds, Cooper McCullough will face off against number 3 ranked junior from Great Falls, Montana, Casey Dobson. And 165 pounds for North Idaho, Isaiah Dern will face off against redshirt junior from Great Falls, Montana, Dern Coleman. And 174 pounds, Abbott will face off against number 2 ranked senior from Albany, Oregon, Adrian Lyons Lopez. And 184 pounds, Christian Grover will face off against number 10 ranked senior from McCullough, Washington, Tyler Webley. And 197 pounds, Hunter Gregerson will face off against number 8 ranked junior from Boise, Idaho, John Hensley. And your final matchup of the night at heavyweights, Connor Sullivan will face off against number 7 ranked senior from Maple Valley, Washington, Matt Hopkins.
All right, I'm here with Gage Bentley, University of Providence now wrestler. We'll be starting at 125 pounds between Jacob Garrison from Meridian, Idaho versus number 14, Michael Fuel from Arcata, California.
Your referee for this night's matchup is Fred Treflett.
North Idaho wrestled against Havre last night. Didn't really get it. You get to watch that duel at all last night?
I didn't get to watch it, but I actually saw how that final score was, and it seems like North Idaho is going to have to put out a big game face to pull a win out against us.
Do you get to watch any of the matches, or get to see anything from any of the matches?
I know
really
that
stood out to you about what's come over tonight.
At heavyweight, they had a pretty good competition between Jay Stokes and NIC's heavyweight.
We're off and going at 125 pounds.
The field is doing a good job of stalking.
Good shot from outside by Garrison there.
Just got to make sure he keeps that elbow not being too shallow.
Ref called a stalemate. We're back to our feet. Michael Fields ranked number 14th in the country for the Argos. He's coming off a redshirt year last year from junior college in California. Jacob Garrison is a sophomore for North Idaho and former wrestler here at the University of Providence. Both wrestlers not really doing much right now.
Steele's doing a good job though at keeping pressure as soon as the whistle blows, and that's what he had a really good time with at the EOU duel. And that's what he's been working on in the wrestling room too, is just keeping that forward pressure without giving up any points.
Michael's a good wrestler when he's coming forward. He likes to score points when he's coming forward.
Yeah. Michael's one of the guys in our room that likes to score.
Good shot there.
We'll get the head across. Not yet, nothing yet.
No point.
Now needs to elevate that leg on the outside and start getting through.
Still no points here. Good scramble by both wrestlers. Jake Garrison with good defense in the field. Still may call by the ref. Good wrestling there on the edge by both guys.
Got blood time for the Argos.
Blood time for both wrestlers. This MSC team is actually really young as far as people we've seen in the lineup for North Idaho over the past couple of years. Not many names that you would commonly see.
I'm seeing a lot of sophomores, but like you said, there's not really a whole lot of guys that we recognize this year, so it seems like they're working with a whole new team dynamic this year.
Sure not. Lost a lot of guys last year to better programs. 4-year programs. minute 13 to go in the first period. Score is still 0-0.
And really, this is the kind of match the little field wants to play into. Is if he can keep it 0-0 or 2-1 going into the second period, it's better for him because he is a workhorse and he shines more in the third period than anything.
Good shot there by Garrison from outside. The field's got to do a bit.
He's got to work to get that leg out of there. Now he circles up, squaring up. Danger.
Good wrestling there from both guys right there.
Great hip pressure by LaFuel.
That's the first real attack we've seen from Garrison. Still 35 to go. Still scoreless first period here.
Field's looking really good. Field is trying to find an opening for that next shot. A little bit of a weak shot there, but a good job at coming up, wrestling up.
Yeah, probably have to talk a little louder, just so you know. It's a little mic. I was just thinking that to myself. Good.
End of the first period, scoreless.
At the end of the first, we have a 0-0 score. Choice will be North Idaho's, and they defer to the Fuel, and the Fuel chooses on his feet. Second period. Obviously, the Field doesn't want to go on the mat underneath him and trust his offense on his feet that he can get to the legs and get a takedown here in the second. Good pressure right here by the Field on the edge.
Good hip pressure again by LaFuel.
Good, they got stalemate again.
He's getting Garrison backing up now. He's going to have to start, might be seeing a couple stall calls pretty soon.
Shot fire. Nice
Good shot by LaFuel, bringing it up. Get a high level. Good finishing here. Be patient. The only thing I'd like to see out of LaFuel there, instead of bringing him towards the edge, bring him more back into the center.
That was a good takedown there, though, by LaFuel.
Just building up his riding time right now.
Red one for stalling. His head's just been on the mat for the past 15 seconds, and you're going to get hit with that if you do that. Tough ride here by the Fuel. He's really putting the pressure on Garrison to come off bottom.
He's got a great opportunity there, just made it slip out. Going for a really deep half there with a trapped arm. Field, great ride this second period.
A very tough ride to end the period. Get a right minute.
This is going to be huge for him going into the third. Garrison's really going to have to put in some work this third period to compensate for the second. Although not a lot of points are being scored, there's a lot of mental games going on the mat too.
Very tough ride from the Field to go out of bounds. Minute 3 to go. Advantage riding time for the Fuel. Second period ends, the Fuel leads 2-0.
Garrison is going to choose top. Second caution on Garrison.
Couple of cautions off there, getting excited. This isn't where LaFuel wants to be. Garrison's really good here.
Yeah, Garrison's a very tough kid on top. He has a good leg ride.
Do a good job of getting that leg out. Here, he's got to keep it there.
One escape for LaFuel.
Really good job by LaFuel. Great shot by LaFuel. A lot of motion there to set that up. Great job. Schaefer giving LaFuel the sign to cut him. There.
One escape for Garrison.
One escape on our feet. Nice shot there by LaFuel.
Another really good shot. LaFuel's got to keep scooting back here. He's trying to get Garrison in some danger here. Another 2 points for LaFuel.
Takedown for LaFuel.
LaFuel needs one more for a major.
LaFuel going to go looking for the major here.
Work on this a lot. 14 seconds.
And Garrison with the 7-2 victory. 8-2 with dividing time.
Really good first
Our
match
next
for
match at
them.
133 pounds, Nick Hera facing off against Eli Walston.
Our next match of the night will be at 133 pounds, where we have Eli Walston, a junior from Columbus, Montana, versus Nick Hera, a sophomore from Moses Lake, Washington. Eli looks really good in his duel last week against EOU. Put up a lot of points. Really likes to score points here.
Yeah, Eli's going to be looking for a, I don't know what you would call it.
A drag. It's kind of weird offense he has, but it works for him,
Yeah.
so.
Eli's very unorthodox, but he makes it work for him.
And that's the thing you see today at college wrestling is every kid has their own style and they make it work. You go from the Jason Knowles all the way down to the frickin' go to like the 33-pounders for Iowa. You have what's his name from Drexel? DeSantos, who's just a hammer and comes forward and just likes to be physical. Then you have guys that are just slick dogs trying to
and then
be out there and score points.
Speaking of unorthodox, the NIC getting a head on arm right there with a 2-point back points.
There's a nice head and arm on the edge there. They were saying that this kid gave Bailey a good match last night. So
I remember watching this kid last year and I duel against him. He's pretty scrappy.
Bailey's no slouch of opponent with where he's at right now, right there in Northern. So
One escape, Walston.
Eli with the escape.
Out of bounds.
Eli's got to be cautious though.
4-1 lead right now for North Idaho. Nice head inside single there by North Idaho. Eli did a great job of getting his hips back.
Yeah, big improvement over the EOU duel. We had a problem with getting our hips back, and just from this week of practice, looks like so far a lot of our guys are getting our hips back really well.
Nice drag. That was a beautiful drag there by Eli.
tag any better than that.
No, you cannot. That was picture perfect right there. Very impressive.
Hopefully we can see a good return here out of Eli. Big return.
Big
out of
return.
Eli.
Man, that takes so much out of a kid.
Another big lift. And I see trying to get a locked hands call there.
Another big return by Eli. A couple more of those and this kid's not going to want to come up. It takes a lot out of someone.
And it runs the timeout too.
Yeah.
Really good time spender.
Get back to his
Possibly
feet.
for another big return. Not this time.
One escape. Little duck attempt there from Hera. First period ends 3-4 in favor of Hera from North Idaho. Eli's choice takes bottom.
Walston starts on bottom.
Not a big first move there by Walston. Really what he was looking for there to get off bottom. Front row position.
Eli here needs to just bring his head up to get out of there. Now hips away. Hips away. There.
One escape for Walston.
One escape by Walston from neutral, and it's 5-4 Hera from NIC. And duck under attempt there for Hera and gets his 2 takedown. Riding time is not a factor.
Hera's got a cradle locked up.
2 near fall for Hera.
He's setting that cradle up real sneaky.
Tough ride here by Hera.
Good sort of limp arm to get out of that arm bar there by Eli. See now here, this is where Hera's setting up his cradle, getting Eli tripoding up right there.
One escape for Walston.
Oh, Eli stuffed that head.
Shot on the edge by Hera.
Go out of bounds with 10 seconds left in the second period.
Both these guys changing levels really well.
At the end of the second period, Walston falls 5 and 9
Going in the third period, Hera will have the choice, and he chooses neutral, and he has a 9-5 lead.
Eli with some really good pressure here on the edge of the mat.
Out of bounds. Two takedown for Hera.
Hera with another takedown.
11-5 lead for Hera.
One escape for Walston.
One escape for Walston, we're neutral. Nice shot there by Hera on the outside.
Another really good job of Eli getting his hips back. Now when he gets up to his feet, I like to see a little bit more hand movement. That's how Hera's catching him off guard.
Minute to go in the third period.
Hera with a really Another good duck under.
That was a really nice duck under attempt.
2 back points off that takedown for Hera.
Let's get it going, Mesa.
Just some riding and working on the edge here for these 2 guys.
Out of bounds.
Caution on red.
Caution, North Idaho. End of the match, running 16-6 in favor of North Idaho's Nick Hera.
Nick Hera gets the major decision, 16-6.
41 pounds, Dylan Lockwood faces off against Chris Mesa.
The score is 4-3 North Idaho. Going into the 141-pound match where we have Chris Mesa, the number 9 ranked kid in the country from Apple Valley, California, versus Dylan Lockwood, a sophomore from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
This is Mesa's UP debut.
Yeah. Transfer from Hastings. Looking at big things out of him this year for us at 41. A big addition that we got a national qualifier from a competing NAIA school. He's tough, he's hardworking in the room, and it's good to see him out here on the mat finally. I wonder what North Idaho's ranked right now in JUCO, or if they're even ranked.
No, doesn't say it on the sheet. Usually they have it posted up there.
I think that'd be a down year as far as years go for Pat Whitcomb at NIC. He's usually one of the top 2 or 3 programs in the country every year. But
6-time JUCO national champs.
6 times, yeah. They have 6 national titles there. They're
Definitely a rebuilding year then.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not the year where UCN will be so dominant with a lot of number 1 kids in the country. Both these wrestlers just working for ties right now. Not much action here in the first period with 1:20 to go. Excited for college wrestling to be back as far as D1 level college wrestling and all that good jazz.
Yeah, I feel like, it's kind of hard to stay up with NAIA wrestling and NCAA wrestling. But
NAIA is starting to get a little more limelight, but you don't see nearly, when you look at Flow and look at all these wrestling sites, they don't really.
No, but you're seeing, like you said, you're starting to see a lot more of it now, especially with the growth in NAIA with now like 74 schools in the NAIA.
More and more schools every year in the NAIA. 40 seconds to go in the first, and we're still scoreless.
Like Harbison said, both wrestlers just kind of fill each other out. Chris Mesa in on a high crotch, finishing for 2.
2 takedown for Mesa.
Chris Mesa
And
with
getting
a
the cradle.
Got plenty of time. 15 seconds left.
Mesa with a nice transition there off his single to a cradle to get 2 takedown and 4 mid fall. 6.
4 near fall for Mesa at the end of the first. Puts it at 6-0, Providence advantage.
6-0. NIC's choice, they defer to Providence, and Providence will take down. 26 seconds riding time in favor of Providence. Good start by Mesa right off bottom.
Referee just misses the count there.
Good escape by Mesa right back up to his feet. Improves his lead to 7-0 with 1:40 to go in the second. Ref warns them both for a stalemate on both guys. Next warning will be a stalling call for both guys. What are your thoughts on the new rule this year for college wrestling? The triangle in the face and it being an automatic 1 point for if you touch inside that triangle.
Yeah, we saw that rule get implemented a lot in the EOU duel against both teams. You know, I still think that it's a little bit of an iffy call, because there is sometimes the accidents do happen, especially when you're in a sport like wrestling. But you do see that a trend in a lot of wrestling across the board. Is a lot of guys like the hand fight.
Palm in the face.
Palm in the face, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's probably going to open up people to kind of negate that move a little bit.
I think it's going to be an iffy rule, because I think it's going to come down to sometimes in matches there where if you have an opponent that rips off a 2-on-1 and you palm on the face and you hit inside that triangle, they're going to ding you right away.
Yeah,
and
so
that's 1 point. So like if you're at the end of the match and your opponent's trying to get a little back to the match, good little takedown there by Mesa on the edge of 9-0 with 21 seconds of riding time.
Yeah, but back to the rule, I think it's more up to the ref to kind of notice that if there's a wrestler that's using that as a setup, the difference between a setup and sort of using it as an unfair advantage.
Another place where we were actually talking today in practice this morning before this duel, we were talking about what on bottom, what if one of the hairy parts is like, you watch some wrestlers, they palm the side of their face and their palm ends in the triangle. And are they going to call that on top? Are they going to ding top man for working a turn?
Yeah, because you do see a lot of that face
kind of face
to the side.
Face pull. You see that a lot in college, and I think it's going to definitely. I think you're going to see some matches late into the season.
Change the game.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of matches where it could come down to it being determined on a face palm to the face or not.
Yeah, because it's an automatic point, not a warning or anything.
No warning at all. It's an automatic 1 point.
Score is 9-1 going into the third period, about 1 minute and 34 seconds.
And Mesa has a 9-1 lead with 53 seconds of riding time. Very good match so far by Mesa. Very controlled and
seeing a lot of good position out of Mesa, and I think that's what's given him this such of a comfortable lead.
He's not putting himself in positions where he doesn't feel comfortable. And that's why I saw that first period of 0-0 was he wasn't going to go out there and put himself in a position where he didn't feel comfortable.
Really smart wrestling.
Yes. And it's always good to wrestle in uncomfortable positions, but when you have a lead, don't.
Especially when there's a major in it.
There's no need to put yourself in danger of getting.
But then also, too, we do work on that a lot in practice where we try and gain as much lead as we can. And try and score as much as we can. We don't go out there just to win, we go out there to dominate.
Yep.
But I guess you gotta learn how to win before you can actually progress to that.
Nice shot attempt there by Mesa.
Really good job at keeping that pressure up.
Chris Mesa with 9-1.
Chris Mesa with the major decision for Providence.
Make that a major decision, making the team score
7-4.
I'm excited for this match.
And we right, Sean Roberts, the number 6 ranked kid in the country from Columbia Falls, Montana, redshirt junior, versus Hassan Hawthorne from Hullingham, Alabama, sophomore. And this is going to be a very interesting match. It's very cool to see Hassan out here wrestling.
You see Sean be so dominant against a lot of people in the country, and this is kind of throws a little bit of a wild card at him with Hawthorne.
Something different.
Yeah, have to switch up his little game. And by no means the upper body strength of Sean is underestimated. Sean's got that quarter Nelson locked up on him. Sean's got a very nice quarter Nelson there. Pinned a lot of kids off of that. Sean using that quarter Nelson to bring Hawthorne back in bounds, try and turn him for that pin.
2 takedown.
2 takedown for Rotch.
On the edge.
Definitely does not feel good to be put in that quarter Nelson, though. Here's just another one of those cards that Sean's going to have to play against here.
Yeah.
Really high base. Sean decides to cut Hawthorne for
One
1 point.
mistake.
Hawthorne in on another shot. Again, really good with our team having our legs back.
A lot better than what we saw last week against EOU. They're doing a better job of just getting their hips back instead of some of our guys trying to feed wizards, shin wizards, and doing a better job of...
Sean doing a good job of just relaxing there, not panicking with the in on that shot. There also too, could have seen Hawthorne. He's one of those wrestlers that likes to use the palm to the face, so we might be seeing that rule implemented in this match.
Yep.
Another again, Sean in on that quarter Nelson. Sean with some back points. That thing is just nasty.
Yeah, that is just tight.
Sean just walking over, continuing
Just
with that
pulling your
quarter
left
Nelson.
there.
Sean getting a hold, 4-point hold here. He's got to break his current lock in order to get those 4 points.
Yep. Hassan's doing a good job of defending this here.
Absolutely, it's not easy to defend that. Sean gets the ball.
Our next match for the evening, 157 pounds, Cooper McCullough faces off against Casey Dobson.
Yeah, really hard to defend that quarter Nelson. You don't see it very often, but
No,
it's very Sean
tight.
does a very good job at it.
Last time I saw that was Michael Pixley from Grandview, and he won a national title on that alone. And it is super tight.
Sean pretty fired up about that pin.
13-4 score for the University of Providence. Next up at 57, number 3, Casey Dobson, redshirt junior from Great Falls, Montana, versus Cooper McCullough, a sophomore from Moses Lake, Washington. Casey looked really good last week against EOU, and I know he's looking to build on that and just keep looking dominant and have a dominant year, carry off from last year's national tournament. So
already you're seeing Casey being really offensive here.
Casey is really impressive to see how comfortable he is in front head draw with his arms sucked underneath him. He's really good there.
Does a very good job of controlling on the front headlock, not just using it to score, but yeah, he uses it to wear down kids.
Wear him down and make him feel that he's there.
You see that in a lot of cases matches. There's a lot of front headlocks, a lot of good movement out of him.
He's just sitting in here wearing this kid down, making him move, and as a
Already.
wrestler, that doesn't feel good when your head's on the mat and you have to carry another man your size weight. Nice.
Good shot by Casey.
He's got to come up right away to defend the shin reserve.
And they get potentially dangerous there. Got blood time at NIC.
Blood time for Idaho.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Right back into the action. NIC coming out firing.
Casey just staying in good, solid position, defending with his hands and his head.
Right back to that front headlock, right where he wants to be. Casey's got a number of setups here that he can use to his advantage. Just trying to figure out which one might work. Gonna get a stalemate.
So it's 0-0 with a minute to go here in the first period. Nice shot by Casey Dobson.
Good, really good elbow pass there. Changes off to a high cross and scores a 2. Another really good spot that Casey's in here. Really good riding on top.
Very tough ride here with the half and flank.
Absolutely. See if we can see another really good return here. We've been working on that a lot.
Out of bounds. Control so for Casey Dobson. He leads 2-0 with 17.4 seconds left to go in the first. Up right away by Cooper.
So you can get that corner, get that good return.
Good cutaway by Cooper there.
Cooper gets one.
2-1 with 42. Riding time is still not a factor. At the end of the first, we have a score of 13-4. Team score 13-4, but the score is 2-1. Casey Dobson leads Cooper McCullough in North Idaho.
Easy escape for
One
Dobson.
seat for Dobson.
Stalemate by the ref, still good. Front head draw offense there by Dobson.
Yeah, he had his arm above his head there.
Good job by Cooper staying square and not just giving that up there on the edge. Shot right off the whistle by NIC.
Another really good position Casey works from is an underhook. He uses that to set up his front headlock. Really good job there. He's getting the chin churn. Easy 2 takedown. Good job staying on the leg.
One escape for McCullough.
One escape. Good job circling by Casey and working around the edge.
Sullivan.
Good shot by Casey. Easy 2. Increases his lead 7-2. Working on riding time, about 8 seconds away.
Casey running good.
He's got an armbar and a half, possibly going for a pin here. That's a pin.
Dobson looking for the fall.
That's a pin. And he gets it! Right at the buzzer, too.
Over to Cooper in the pull-out. Our next match for the evening at 165 pounds, Isaiah Dern facing up against Jaron Comack.
Next up at 165 pounds, we have Jaron Comack, a redshirt junior from Great Falls, Montana, taking on Isaiah Dern, a freshman from Battleground, Washington. And it is crazy to see Jaron Comack at 165 pounds. After seeing him start his career at 133 pounds for us.
Yeah, but he's doing a good job. We had an open spot in 65, and he's making the step up.
Making a big step up. Says he wants to be the guy, and one more way to prove it by going out tonight and getting a dominant win. Nice little throw there by Dern. Looking for near fall. He's got 4 near fall.
Jaron's here, got to get his hips down to the mat. Just got a real tight hold on that throw, though.
Comack's doing a good job of not giving up the fall here. Oh, getting the reroll.
That's the most important part here. A minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. It's a lot of time to be fighting.
I'm not going to get dirty here.
50 seconds left on the clock. Really hard to be fighting there for almost the whole period. And Dern gets out of it! And the crowd is behind him! That just shows you how tough Dern really is, fighting off on his back for almost the whole period and still gets out. He should be motivated from that. And a huge uproar from the crowd for Jaron Comack.
That was a wonderful job fighting off his back there. That was a tight head and arm, and he did a good job of just not panicking and just fighting the position the whole time.
Now he's going into these other periods, he just can't get down on himself. You can see a huge demeanor change in NIC too. Having a guy on his back for a whole period and not being able to get the job done.
And it took a lot of strength holding there. That's no easy position either. It's a tight hold, and
Jaron's another person that will just keep going and going and going and going, and no matter what. And so he just needs to apply that right here.
One escape from line. 2 takedown from line.
good.
Yep. He's got to build up. Doesn't build up in 4 seconds, it's a stall call. Or is it 1 automatically now?
For what?
If the
Coming
count.
up, it's a stall call.
Jaron with 1 point escape, he wants to get out of those double overhooks. That's what
Jaron's
got him
not
caught.
comfortable there, and fast kid, obviously, is there from the first period, but Comac looking only down 5 points after being thrown to his back for a full 2 minutes in the first period. That was
really good high
very great shot.
Comac needs to run through it. Hikes it up to a single leg. Kick the leg out. Kick the leg out. Yeah, good. Head slap.
Good defense and
head slap. That's two! Great match by both wrestlers going here.
Five, 8-5 lead for North Idaho with 28 seconds to go, and NIC is on the mat. And
riding time is a factor, but this is completely doable. Especially for Dern being on top. This is his best position by far. Real big technician on top here.
One escape for Dern.
One escape for
NIC backing out. Dern needs to put some pressure on him here.
In the second period, number 5, Silver Dern. Dern is choosing neutral.
And another thing too, this might be, Dern's always had to get down to 33, cut a lot of weight. This might be a good thing for him.
feeling good.
Not have to worry about weight, feeling good, just working on his technique.
Mentally, that's a big thing too. And all you have to worry about is wrestling. And
absolutely.
Not having to worry about keeping your weight under control. That is something that it takes a lot of dedication for a lot of
talking
guys.
in a sense of just wrestling IQ, Dern is one of the best.
Yeah.
Dern needs to wrestle out of here, keep wrestling up, and possibly circle out.
You should trust it. He's big, he's fully hydrated, trust it.
He's got the kid broke. We haven't seen any more attacks on NIC.
This kid's shut down.
Nothing. Surprised we haven't seen a stall call yet.
Yeah.
Dern's doing a good job of just keeping forward. Kid's wrestling a lot of counter offense. That's a count. Not really picking up on the counts.
No. That's mainly they leave us up there a lot. Like, that's a place in college where they give everyone an active chance to return. Because there's some people that purposely come to their feet and just want you to try and return them.
Yeah, they try and manipulate the score.
Yeah.
Or not the score, but the rule.
Yep.
You got a lot of people that will actually grab onto your hands.
Out of bounds.
I missed it.
Big throw attempt there by Dern.
Good slide by. And a reshot right to his back. Jared Coleman, dude. Scores 8-11. Valiant effort there by Jared Coleman. Especially stepping up a weight class. Multiple weight classes.
For North Idaho. At 174 pounds, our next matchup, Traeger Abbott faces off against Adrian Lyons Lopez.
Adrian right in on a shot.
We have Adrian Lyons Lopez, a redshirt senior for Albany, Oregon, return national finalist at #2 in the country versus Traeger Abbott, a sophomore from Challis, Idaho, and This is one of our strong weights for the University of Providence. Adrian is
National runner-up last year.
national runner-up and very tough. He's looking to improve on that second place finish last year, and we hope that we'll get to see it too. Man, what a good match at 65. That was fun to watch.
Absolutely.
After spending 2 minutes on your back in pinned and seeing him come back and fight to a 3-point match,
it shows you what kind of heart Jaren's got for the sport. Not a whole lot of people would have sat through that and then came back and only lose by 3 points. It's a huge confidence boost for Jaren Colmack. Adrian's going to go optional start here.
Want to escape NIC or neutral?
Want to escape.
Adrian's got great movement though.
One of the things that makes him so good is he flows really well in the match, and
yeah, and the way that he hand fights, it's not just a normal hard hand fight. He knows, he almost kind of whips you around really well.
He creates really good angles for himself, and that's what allows him to get in on such good shots all the time. Is he's always at an attacking angle to where he can score.
Another thing too that just makes Adrian so good is his mindset. Always comes in super positive. Really good outside single there. Good job there by Adrian. Trying to pin the hip to the mat to finish off that back double.
That's something that he worked on a lot from last week against Drake Randall. Drake Randall gave him fits there.
And you're already seeing improvements. That's just how good he really is.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of week.
And
we see a lot of Adrian working on neutral, where a lot of people, Adrian's a monster on top too. Just like Sean Roberts, just relentless.
Relentless pressure, keeping your head on the mat, trying to.
Yep. He's got the arm pinned on the back there. Really good position for Lopez. Watching for that half on the other side. He's got a bar locked up now. Not something we normally see out of AJ in the leg ride.
Good little Turk there. Got the ankle, look for the ankle, look for the fall. Four near fall, Lopez.
4 near fall for Lopez.
Under one, we have an 8-1 lead for Lopez, and 2 minutes and 8 seconds of riding time. I don't know how that's possible, but
they forgot to reset it.
No, he got it.
Oh, he does have 2.
3-minute period.
Yeah.
We're looking at the period right now.
Got an ankle count going. NIC gets 1 escape. His leg back. Well, again, really good job of the legs back. Easy 2.
2 takedown for Lopez.
Right into a tilt.
Four near fall for Lopez.
15-1 lead with that 4-point near fall for Lopez, with 2 minutes 14 seconds of riding time. A very dominant match here
Lopez
at 74.
is a competitor.
Got it.
Lopez trying to get the fall here. Yeah, he knew he messed up there.
And a tech ball for Adrian Lyons Lopez.
Technical fall for Adrian Lyons Lopez for University of Dallas. Our next match is at 184 pounds, Christian Grover facing off against Tyler Webley.
Next up, we have number 10, Tyler Webley, a senior from Washington, and versus Christian Grover, a sophomore from American Falls, Idaho. Webley
catching him almost on his back there off that takedown. Only way you can describe Tyler Webley is he is a bull.
He's a straight bull.
He is a bull. He goes out there and he just demolishes people.
One escape. The Garrison.
This is a weight where Northern, last night's duel, Northern won every weight but one. They win every weight except 84?
Yep.
So this is the match where they beat Northern last night, and I'm sure Webley's looking to beat this kid and have confidence for going over to Northern in, I think, 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks from now. We head up to Havre to take on the Lights, which will be a battle of top 5 teams in this country, which will be a lot of fun to watch.
A lot of scrambling here. No wrestler scores any points. We have a stalling call on red. Webley's trying to go up to the head off on those leg attacks. More focus, gotta focus more on those leg attacks. Gotta clear those ties first. Webley pressuring to the outside of the mat here. Webley with a lot of
and I
offensive
think
attacks
we're
here.
also going to have 2 exhibition matches to end the night. Also, so if you guys want to stay tuned for those, you are more than welcome to. Should be some good wrestling as well there. He wanted to call that.
Yeah.
The triangle.
Great first period out of Webley here.
Yeah, and Ashton really slowed down. He got his takedown to near fall, and now he's trying to wear and try and build on that lead.
A lot of things happened right there. That last little bit of scramble to end the first period.
Webley's choosing the bottom.
Webley takes bottom here.
Webley Hill goes to his back there to try and get a reversal coming out the backside. Webley right into a tough ride here, breaking his opponent down. Webley giving a lot of pressure with his hips up top there in the tripod position.
Really tough ride here by Webley on top, keeping his head on the mat. Now look for a bar. Send it up the head.
If Webley wants to progress from here, is he wants to get off to the side here and drive his opponent a little bit forward. Would have liked to see him ride out the rest of the period there, but we're still good.
Minute 8 riding time he has it right now.
.30 seconds left on the clock. Good shot by Webley. Just need to stay in tight here.
And at the end of the second period, it's 6-2 in favor of Webley.
6-2 lead for Webley going into the third period with a minute 8 of riding time, and the team score also is 24-7 in favor of the Argos. So stand up right away. Ooh. Okay. Nice little spinning whoopie whoopie thing.
Like to see another really good shot at the end of. Webley had a really good shot at the end of that period. Like to see that again. Be a huge help out to the score of this match. Webley's got it in him.
Good shot there by him.
2 takedowns for Dern.
Now we're going to see a little bit of Webley's bottom game here. Another good place to progress in. Score is now 7-5. The riding time is not a factor. See in with a really good reshot there. We're down on the edge of the mat. Possibly going to see a stalemate here.
Stalemate.
Seven-5 match with 30 seconds to go. Anything happened this last 30 seconds, to be honest, both sides.
Yeah, stalemate on both wrestlers here. Webley looking for that one good shot to end the match. Great movement out of both wrestlers here. Webley's got to move here. If he just moves here, puts a little bit more effort in, he can score. Got 3 seconds left.
And the end of the match, 7-5. Tyler Webley with the victory over Christian Webley. And 197 pounds, North Idaho's Hunter Gregerson, facing off against University of Providence's John Hensley.
Another one of our big horses on the team, the workhorse, John Hensley.
Redshirt junior from Boise, Idaho, taking on Hunter Gregerson, a freshman from Spokane Valley, Washington. Hensley is definitely been working hard in the room this year. He wants to get back to old form. And
Hensley the 2.
He's definitely got it in him too.
Yeah, he was.
Good snap downs, clearing the ties for John Hensley. Gonna want to see more clearing those ties a little bit more for John Hensley. He got a really quick 2 right off the start. He just got to keep that pace up. Good job getting the hips back. Right into a single leg.
Nice chain estimate there by Hensley. Something that he's really worked on, I know, in the room. And
yeah, now he just needs to keep going with it. Bring the leg up. That's 2.
2 takedown for Hensley. 1 escape for Gregerson.
2 really quick takedowns for Hensley. I know we talked about Adrian having really good movement on his feet, but John Hensley, even though he's a 197 pounder, extremely
moves like a 65 pounder.
He's light on his toes. And really knows how to set up his shots. Really good counter. Right into it, just needs to score off that. Got about 34 seconds left in the first period here. Scores 4-2 in favor of John Hensley.
Out of bounds.
One more.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
2 exhibitions.
Oh, and then we have 2 exhibitions, too.
There are 2 exhibitions.
I think so, yes.
Okay, 3 more.
What time does the volleyball game start? 7?
10 seconds left.
Score 4-2.
And the end of the first period is 4-2. Advantage for Hensley. Gregerson defers. Hensley chooses bottom.
Hensley takes it down here. Good
Right
stand up
up to
right
his
away.
feet. Good job peeling the hands there. He's out for 1.
1 escape for Hensley.
Referee called there for a stalemate, interlocking the fingers.
5-2 lead for Hensley here. With less than 15 seconds gone in the second period.
And I see doing a lot of good movement here. Hensley's got to kind of try and match that. Great blast over.
2 takedown for Hensley. One escape for Gregerson.
I think with John is he just needs to get more confident. He needs to get that freshman year John Hensley back with the confidence in his shot. Before he'd be shooting 10, 15 shots a match, and he can blow through people.
When he trusts his shot, he's one of the best kids on his feet in the country.
He runs his feet well. He sets it up well. He's just got to get that confidence back. Seconds left in the second period. Just like that. NIC's not really giving him to fight, so he can do that. This next period, he just needs to start taking him down.
And at the end of the second period, 9-3 advantage for John Hensley. Gregerson chooses bottom.
That's the truth, too. I used to tech ball kids like this. Red takes down here in the third. Optional start by Hensley. Score is 9-4 after the optional start.
I mean, I've seen John wrestle kids almost twice his size and just run through them.
Yep.
Good fakes by John. Great high crotch. Now he just needs to get his hips up to stop that scoop. And I see he's got a crotch lock. Trying to work to that corner there and hook the ankle.
Cast your hips. Cast your fucking hips, bro.
He needs to try and tripod up.
Yeah, and
I know that's what I do.
Yeah. Cast his hips over.
Or try and get the head on the inside of that leg there and come out the back door.
Still make call by the ref.
Didn't give up the 2. Great shot.
2 takedown for Hensley. Last good for Gregerson.
Great shot on that low ankle there. Got 20 seconds to finish this. Easy.
2 takedown for Hensley.
This is what Hensley needs to get back into old Hensley.
And the end of the match is 13-5. John Hensley with the win over Hunter Gregerson. Our next match for the evening at heavyweight division, Connor Sullivan facing off against Matt Hopkins.
Next up, we have number 7, Matt Hopkins, a senior from Maple Valley, Washington, versus Connor Sullivan, a sophomore from Ua Beach, Hawaii. Go to that, yeah, go to that.
Definitely.
Fire a shot off that snap. Yes.
Hopkins with that over-under tie. That's his move. The Greco boy. Gonna have blood time for Hopkins.
Dual scores 31-7 Argos, with this being the last match for the night. And we have 2 more exhibitions that follow.
I appreciate that. Gary, one exhibition. We're up 1 exhibition. If you're okay with that. We're changing that. We're going to only be running 1 exhibition after this match. To save time for the volleyball. Hunter doesn't look too happy.
Trust your low level off that snap. Hey, trust it. Yes, yes!
Hopkins with a really good low level.
Thank you, God. Trust it off that snap. We're looking at doing this they come hard and they pull you under. We're so long. Just go to that ankle.
Yeah.
Like my hand's already on the mat when someone snaps me to my hands.
Two takedowns.
I'm gonna dive right to that ankle. And that's something we worked on all this morning. It was just me just coming off the head with 2 hands, pulling them down, and then right when I pull them down, just disappearing underneath. Especially on big guys. Like,
Yeah.
you disappear underneath on big guys, they're gonna fall flat on their face. So it's
One escape for Sullivan.
trust that.
This is also Hopkins' first match of the year, too. He had a forfeit against EOU.
And
Could see a peek out here. Maybe.
we've been playing around that satellite of suck there.
Oh, yeah. I was wrestling with Travis today, and I was doing the stuck under and
It's
catching both
filthy.
angles.
It's filthy.
It's
dog.
hard to turn. It's hard that once they're on top with it, they lock both those elbows up and try and turn
Yeah,
them
the,
like
the
that.
initial sit through is easy. When you get both those.
Out of bounds, warning on red.
Attaboy, Matt. Hey, clear those ties. There's trust that shot. There it is again. He's pulling me right into that lead leg. Every time. Right there. Hey, trust yours. Trust yours.
At the end of the first period, 2-1, Hopkins with advantage.
Hopkins goes into the second period with 2-1 with 25 seconds of riding time.
You said that this was a good match last night in Haver between this guy and Stokes?
I believe so.
Two
The thing is,
Hopkins.
though, Stokes really isn't. He's not an actual heavyweight.
Not yet.
No, he's definitely got the size to him, but doesn't have the length of Hopkins, and that plays in right here.
Yeah.
A shorter guy would have slid off the top, but since Hopkins is so
Go
long,
on top!
he can get
Hips
that.
up! Hips on top!
Hopkins really close here.
Slam
with
the
top.
hammer.
He's
There
got
it
that
is.
power half locked
Shut
in
the-
tight.
Hey, lift the head, lift the head!
Switches off just to a. And there's the pin. The final score is going to be 37-7 in favor of the
One
Argos.
exhibition match at the end. 37-7, University of Providence.
This match here is an exhibition match.
Exhibition match. Alex Quick.
This is going to be 174 pounds for the Argos. Alex Quick, and for NIC, I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know who this kid is, so.
I know he came in for a recruiting class with us.
Did he?
Yeah, came in for a visit.
Oh, I remember this kid.
Yeah,
I wrestled with him, I think.
I think I wrestled with him.
Yeah. Next up for the Argos, next up for the Argos actually tomorrow night. Tomorrow, during the day, a lot of the other red shirts and some other kids are down in Laramie, Wyoming, wrestling the Cowboy Open. And then that's this weekend, 11-3, and then next weekend we have the Grandview Open, and that next following week we have the duel against Northern. So that duel will be in Havre, Montana. So if you want to tune in for that, you'll have to tune in to the Havre live stream for that duel. But that will be on 11/15 at 7:30. And number 4 Argos will take on number 3.
Yep.
Yeah, number 4 Argos will take on the number 3 Northern Lights, and that is for sure to be a good one.
Good continuation there from Alex Quick.
You excited for the Northern duel?
I think it's going to be how it is every year. It's going to be a 50-50 shot between us. I mean,
There's just some.
it's just that with both of us, it's just anything can happen.
Exactly.
And that's what happens when you start getting into
It's
those
that
top 5
in-state
teams.
rivalry. now this year being it, 2 top 5 teams in state rivalry, both teams want it bad. It's gonna be a show down there.
It's for bragging rights every year.
Especially the first one of the year. Second one of the year, they're getting ready for nationals. Teams are coasting and trying to get healthy for nationals. This first one of the year is really trying to make a statement, say, hey, we're better.
Everybody's feeling good, and I agree with you that first one. But if you can win both of those,
it's a straight moral victory.
Oh man, that's really fucked on me.
At the end of the first period, the match remains scoreless. North Idaho prefers. Quick chooses bye.
almost had that Splato locked up.
Oh my God. Yeah, but it's true.
Really good ride by Alex Quick here. See, we're doing, or not dueling. We duel in volleyball now, Harbison. We're playing against Northwestern.
Western, yep.
And that's going to be in right after this.
Right after the duel.
Senior night.
Yep. So if you're at home watching this, get down to the McCullough Center.
Get down
to the McCullough Center for tonight's volleyball matchup. (2-0) at the end of a minute into the second period, and Quick has 45 seconds of riding time.
Great return by Alex Quick. Definitely a big improvement on the returns and getting our hips back this year. I mean, this week.
Big improvement from our team overall.
And that's a huge improvement overall, because usually it would take us, we wouldn't be able to replicate it going out into the next duel. It'd take a couple duels, but it's good that we can see that we can do that.
Not much motion from bottom right now. Quick having meaty.
Not a whole lot of action off bottom here. Alex Quick doing a good job at following him, not giving up that easy one with 3 seconds left.
End of the second period, Alex Quick with the 2-0 lead. Quick chooses neutral.
There.
2 takedown for North Idaho.